sign, or else we will have to come back because we don't have answers without you.
And these people fled from their countries because of the political climate, whatever it is. We don't necessarily know what makes anyone pack their bags and come to South Africa, but it is always for a political reason, although of course we have lots of criminals who also take advantage of that fact. It becomes a problem to actually make pronouncements and say that it is all okay. It's not. We seem to need to go back to the drawing board on a lot of issues, especially such as the porous borders we have in South Africa. How do we control this type of flooding the country with foreigners?
Africans are already feeling marginalized and disenfranchised, and that's why there's this notion, and I truly don't believe South Africans are xenophobic.
Yes.
I feel like the issue and the notion of xenophobia is a very simplistic view of the issues of South Africa. South Africans are unemployed, Julius.
Yes.
That's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
South Africans don't have economic power. That's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
The very same illegal, undocumented foreign nationals are being used as truck drivers, as waiters and waitresses, and they're used as cheap labor because the employer gets away with murder. It disenfranchises the South African who is also looking for that job. I'm not saying every South African is going to want to be a truck driver, but it's certainly taking away the opportunity from that South African that wants to be that truck driver. So then how then do we start reconciling it? Because at the heart of it, it's economic issues, and we can't run away from that. So where do you reconcile and say, yeah, there are too many illegal foreign nationals here that are being used by capital as a form of cheap labor?
Well, it's imaginary. There's no such a thing that there are illegal foreigners who are waiters and waitresses. It's unscientific. It's not proven. It's not true. Secondly, these people that we are saying are taking our jobs and economic opportunities, Faith, let's line up the buses now and put them into the buses and let them go. Will still be poor. Actually, more poorer without them, especially you, the black elite, because it is you who have hired these people into your houses. So it's not true that when they leave, you'll get jobs. They do not own these people that you're talking about.
Yo, but first, that's in South Africa. And nowadays, you don't even know which political party to vote for. You don't know. They all turn a blind eye on this issue of illegal immigrants. We're becoming foreigners to our own country. We're becoming foreigners.
Yeah, ne. We're becoming foreigners in our own country indeed. Julius Malema, he chose to ignore signals that were sent by late Mama Winnie Mandela before she died. And those signals has answers of today's problem, which is illegal immigrants. And Julius Malema chose to ignore those signals because of his personal agendas of being a president of Africa. He wants to be a president of Africa, disparate so. He wants to be a president of Africa at the expense of South Africans. He wants to be voted by South Africans, but he ignores the cry of South Africans. He wants to be a president of Africa, but he wants to be voted by South Africans. He lives in South Africa, but he advocates for other African brothers. He lives in South Africa, but he don't care about his people. He don't care about his country. The only thing he's focused on is being a president of Africa, which is a dream that will never happen. because no one will allow that. There are leaders like Abo Kagame, Abo Tinubu, leaders who betray African each and every day. Leaders who are selfish, leaders who are cowards, who chose to spill African blood, African people's blood, instead of standing up against the enemy. Africa is divided. I don't know how it's gonna take for Africa to be united. As long as Shona and Ndebele in Zimbabwe are not united, as long as Venda, Xhosa, Ndebele, Zulu, Swati, and also Pedi, Sotho, and Xitsonga are not united in South Africa, it's still a long way. As long as Igbo, as long as all the tribalist group in Africa are not united, we will not be united. As long as all African leaders are still selfish and share different views about how to lead and how to solve the problems that we have in Africa, we still have a long way. The signal was sent and Julius Malema ignored the signal. Zimbabwe has got its own illegal immigration. South Africa, Nigeria, Malawi, and all other African countries, they've got their immigration law, and they implement it. Only South Africa that the law is not implemented. That is why they call us Banana Republic. That is why now they fight against us when South Africans force the government to implement the law. Because the law has been there, just that it was not implemented in a correct way. That is why we are in this problem with illegal immigrants. Any party that says no to illegal foreigners, I will vote for that party. Not all those nonsensical parties who are selfish and working for their pockets.